Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. We are going to show tutorials on how to use Dranzhin. So Dranzhin is a game that is designed to help you to develop presence and awareness. So when you open the packet, you have the box, the 58 cards, and the instruction booklet. So this video is here to help you to understand the booklet in case you are getting confused. Among those 58 cards, there are three different kinds of cards. The first type of cards are the presence and awareness cards. So presence and awareness cards. The second type of cards are the emotion cards. And so, for example, those ones, they are the mental state cards. And the third types of cards are action cards. So those ones, for example, and many others that you can see at the back of the booklet. The aim of the game in Dranzhin is to liberate as many mental state cards as possible. The players that liberates the most cards wins the game. In order to liberate those cards, players needs to have presence and awareness. So for instance, if I want to liberate pride, at some point I will place these cards down on the table. And if I have these cards in my hands, I will be able to place those cards in front of me. And if I remember the word correctly, which is pride, then this card is liberated. I can put it on the side, get those cards back in my hand, and continue to play. So this is the aim of the game. This is how to win. And now we are going to do a little demonstrations on how to play. So when you start playing, you've got your pack of cards. And the first things you need to do is to remove one presence and one awareness for each player. So those two cards, you give one of each to each player. So for example, place it here. Once you have placed those cards in front of each player, you shuffle the remaining cards. Until then, it's pretty easy. You place the card in the middle, and you give an extra card to each player. Now, each players hide their cards from other players in the hand, just like so. The first player, usually you can decide who goes first. In the rules, it says the youngest. The first players will start to draw two cards from the pile, from the center pile, from the draw pile. And now have 5 cards in their hands. Each player, each time you've got 5 cards, it means that you're ready to play. So for example, at my first turn, I will place a card down. In this case, I have, for example, a mental state card, and I'm placing it down. Now I've got 4 cards in my hand. It means that my turn is finished, and we can go forward in a clockwise direction to the next player. The next player picks 1 card from me and pick 1 card from the draw pile. That player now has the possibility to play a card, and it chooses to place a card down, a mental state card down. His turn is finished. He's got only 4 cards in his hands, and the next player's clockwise direction plays. Still from the previous player, 1 from the draw pile, and now she can play. Excellent. So in the games, we're not supposed to show that those cards, it's just for the demonstration. Then at that moment, it's my turn again. I will draw a card. Now you remember, I need to draw a card from the center. And now it starts to be a little different because there are cards on the table. And so therefore, before I play a card, I've got the opportunity to liberate those cards. How do I do that? You remember? We need presence and awareness. So luckily, I still have my presence and awareness cards. I place them down, and I'm going to guess what card it was. Now there is just no cards on it, so the word that I have to guess is the top word, the words on the top of the cards. So which I'm going to guess, it's curiosity. I'm going to check, and if it's correct, I show it to everybody. And if it's not correct, I place it back down and discard one of those cards to the discard pile. In this case, it was curiosity, I was correct. So then I just show it to everyone and place it down here, and that's 1 point for me. I keep those two cards with me because I guessed it right. And now play another card. And the turn continues. So he plays his presence and awareness cards. Now he guesses his words.
Satisfaction.
He looks alone to make sure that it's correct. And then it's correct. So then, therefore, he wins the point. Then what does he have to do now? Go get those cards back in his hand. And now he has to play a card. Because he's got still 5 cards in his hands, therefore he still needs to play. Now this player, she has also presence and awareness. We can see here, she just put them down, and she's going to try to guess which card is this one.
Awareness.
So it was she just said awareness. She looked it up, and it was not the right one. Excellent example. So in this case, you remember what to do? If she has to discard one of those cards, so she decides which one she doesn't want. Okay, so this one now goes into discard pile. And because she missed a turn, she's not allowed to play an action because now she's got 4 cards in her hand, therefore her turn is finished. Now there are some special cards. So I'm going to liberate this one as well. I will try. So I put my presence and awareness cards on the table and I say doubt. And this is the correct cards. So now I will just use an action card. So when you use an action card, for example, this one say change direction. If I use this card, I am going to place it in the discard pile, and the turn now, instead of going clockwise, go counterclockwise. So the next player will be the person on my right. If I decide to play this card, which is another action card, this card allows me, so I'm going to put it also in the discard pile, and it allows me to just check secretly what are their cards, which allow me to liberate them at my next turn. It's important to remember that you can liberate as many cards as you want during your turn. Just to know that if you mistake, then your turn is ending and you will lose one of your presence and awareness cards. To make it a little bit more difficult, I will show you something else. So there is other actions card that I will now explain. The first action card that I would like to explain is this one. If you have this card in your hand, read aloud your mental state words before placing it face down. It's not for you. It's like an obstacle, a challenge for somebody else. So for example, I'm going to place it in front of her. And now that she has this card in front of her, next time she wants to place a mental state card down, face down on the table, before to put it down, she will have to read all the words. For example, disconnection, bored, distracted, indifferent, numb, and lonely. By doing so, all the players now are aware of the words and can then liberate the card. You might be wondering, how come there is so many words on the cards if you only have to remember the top word? Well, the reason is that there are some action cards, such as this one, which requires the player to remember the red word, in this case, in order to liberate the card. So for example, if this player placed this action card on my card, I will have to remember the red word in order to liberate it. So the red word in this case was indifferent. I just check. It was indifferent, and then I can liberate it. I think that's all the rules for this game. The game continues to play until there is no more cards on the draw pile. Everything now is in the discard pile and in our hands. And we are continuing to play until all the cards in our hands are over, until we can't liberate any more mental state cards. Let's say that this is it. We have all our cards. Let's say that we liberated everything. And let's say that this card is the last, she liberated the last mental state card of the game. There is no more cards to liberate. That was the last one. So this one gets in the middle. Now we count all the cards we liberated to know who is the winner. And with this card, we are going to simply do a little observation, reflection, contemplation of this card, of all the words written on it, and then share our observation with each other. So take your time to observe and be really mindful and try to maintain presence and awareness while you are sharing your observation with the group. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was useful. And if you have any more questions, just look down on this page. There is a form where you can ask all the questions you want or give any feedback about the game. Thank you so much again, and have a great time playing Dranzhin.